last weekend I played at Poland. This week I play at Netherlands. And it's really interesting what got me there, because I never thought this would be possible. Even though I wanted to do this, I never thought it will be possible for myself. And I know that sometimes I haven't been consistent with my actions, like I know what I wanted to achieve, but there were phases of my life where I just flowed randomly without thinking about what I should do or how often I should release music. But since I started to really deeply read books, then it changed everything. I started to be more consistent. I started to have a clear vision what I want to achieve. I started to be more confident. I stopped being shy and scared of being along a lot of people. And books are things that are really life-changing, because would you go and start exercise if you just talk with your friend and he tell you you should go to gym twice a week and 3 times a week for running? You'll be healthy, you will feel good, you will have clear thinking, you'll have more energy throughout the day. Would you do it? Maybe you try it once, but you will probably not have that much motivation. And same for YouTube video. Although for YouTube videos it's a bit different. It really depends what video do you watch and who and how he presents you the information. But when you read books, when you don't have distractions, you usually start to slowly change your behaviors throughout the book, because you start reading and there are different stories. You start to understand what is going on in the book. And I don't talk about books like Harry Potter or I don't know, some fairy tales or something like this. I talk about self-improvement books and books that are here for you to learn something. And you don't have to read one book a day. It's just, if you do something consistently and if you read at least like 10-20 pages a day, it can take you like 30 minutes, 1 hour. And I don't know, you are really busy. I know you are really busy. You have no time in the morning, you have no time in the evening, because you go to work, you have girlfriend, or you have friends who want to meet with you and have fun with you, and also you want to do a music production little. So where would you find time for books? I get it, but really, like, if you at least read like 5 pages, which I don't know, like for me, I read pretty fast, but like if you read 1 page, 1-2 minutes, it's like 10 minutes. And when you wake up, just maybe do a little bit of meditation, which I recommend, and you can watch my previous videos about that. But you can just wake up, take book, read 5 pages, and my math is really bad, but if you read for 30 days, then, or 60 days, it's almost 300 pages, I guess. So that's like whole book. And if you read like 5 pages, in those 5 pages can be just one little sentence, or there might be some story where you might find yourself in it a little bit, and it might click, and it can completely change how you've been thinking about yourself, how you did all of the actions that could get you closer to your goals. And if you do this every day, then every day you can learn something, even a little bit. And after some time, you might actually love reading and you might find more time on reading. And then you read more and more books. And that's basically what was my situation. First, I was going into school, and I used to go to school, and I hate, or like, I didn't hate learning. I just wasn't on the right school. And when I was really tired because I had to wake up very early, and then I was staying up really late to make music. And then when I had to study, I just pick my materials and I started to read, but then I immediately fell asleep. So that was my problem. I wanted to read books, not like very often because it was difficult for me to read, but after some time, and when I discovered different books, you can also find it on my channel, I learned how to read, with pointer, and I started to read fast. And as I read more books, I really improved myself. I was really introverted and shy going in front of people and showing, or just, like I was playing at gigs, and I was kind of, it was hard for me to look onto people, how they enjoy, and just, like I was like looking down on the CDJs, and I was really like, don't know how to say it, but you can see the body position, and the body position also, it's like mind-body connection. So if you are like this, then you are perceived more as like shy and quiet. But then I read some books and I started to really open my chest, take my head up, and breathe deeply before every event. I started to do breathing exercises. So, like even now, I'm sometimes a bit nervous before gigs, but as soon as I usually do double inhale with my nose. So it's like, and then long exhale with my mouth, like with a very small, it's like if you are exhaling through straw. So I do it like 5 times, and then the stress goes away, which is amazing. So all of these things I learned in books, and not only in books, like I watch a lot of podcasts, not like entertainment podcasts, but really podcasts that help me in like neuroscience or business or marketing. Just like watching people that are successful or know something that I don't know, and just find your way how you can enjoy the reading. If you really hate reading, you don't like it, maybe, I don't know why, but maybe you just don't like books, then there are also audiobooks. And this might also be something that can change your life. If you really learn better when you hear something and you can focus throughout the whole audiobook, or maybe if you are really busy and you don't find even 5 minutes or 10 minutes to read 5 pages a day, then you can just take your headphones and listen on your way to school or on your way to work, or maybe even in your work if you do really shitty job and you would like to have better job, and you would have to, or you would like to have life that you always wanted, like myself. And I don't say it like to flex, that's not me. I just share with you things that changed my life, because I've been in work that I never wanted to do, to be a salesman in building materials of my father's company. I really hated the job. But with the books that I read and with the actions that I take and with the discipline that I had, I got into position where I'm now. I can do anything I want. I can just wake up, have inspiration to record videos, so I do it. Then I do music, and then I have whole day I can do anything I want. And only issue of that I can do anything I want is that sometimes I can do so many things that I don't know what to do earlier, where to improve, like what hobbies I should do, what skills I should improve at. So it's like all of us have different imagination of what is, or like different description of what does it mean to be successful. For someone it's like playing big stages, for someone is to have freedom to improve at skills you want, for someone it's like building your own skyscraper with helicopter on top. And anything is possible as long as you know what you want to do, and as long as you take action, and as long as you reflect on what you are doing well and what you are doing wrong, and as long as you correct your path, and as long as you learn from mistakes and are open to learn and open to change your mindset and your behavior. So really start reading books if you want to have the life you always wanted. It can be any book. Really, if you don't know what to read first, just take one book that just look like the best self-improvement book, and just take it. And then, like usually once you read one book, they usually mention like at least one book in that book. But usually I read book, I then know what other 5 books I want to read next. So just take the book and it will get you on the path you want, because I'm sure there will be at least one word or sentence that will resonate with you, which opens up something that you will then start to look for books that you really want to read, that are interesting to you. And that's also thing that you should really like consider, like once you read books, then just select those books that you really want to read. Don't read some book just because someone recommended you and you like don't feel you want to read it. Just read books that you enjoy, and if you read and then realize, oh shit, this book isn't really good, but I should probably finish it, then like of course you can do it, but why don't you just pick another book? I don't know, this feels kind of familiar with starting new ideas and never finishing them, but with books it's kind of different. If you just don't like it, then just move forward, take another book, and you can always get back to the old book, like with finishing tunes. If you'd like to see what books I read or other drum and bass producers read, then below this video look, you can find a link for my free community, and there you can find some posts where we talk about books, and you can also ask questions, what books are your favorites, and I will be more than happy to share books that changed my life. And I'm sure other producers who like to read will share books that changed also their lives. So if you don't want to be successful, then like skip this video, don't apply the information. But if you want to be successful, and if you want to live life that you always wanted and never thought it will be possible, then I'm telling you that if you start reading and if you start applying the things from the books, then it will happen, because I'm here to show you that it is possible to do whatever you want. So have a nice day, and I see you in my next video.